If you drive a Rivian R1T or you're thinking about getting one, here's something you're going to want to figure out before you get stuck on the side of the road is your spare tire solution. When you go to the gear shop to buy your full-size spare tire, you'll notice you can't just add to cart, you have to call this number. And I thought, okay, I don't have all the points to buy this tire. The all-season for this one, it starts at $1,185. Hefty price, but it's an expensive vehicle. This replaces it with the exact spec tire, identical to what's on your vehicle already, at least in my case. What I found out is even though I have 750 plus points still, I can't use them because they consider this more of a service. I was like, okay, kind of weird, but they need to make money too. I just found that a little bit of a strange gray area because technically what I'm buying is hardware. It's not really a service. The only quote unquote service was them placing it into the vehicle. And so be aware that if you do have gear shop points, you cannot apply that to your spare tire. And if you're wondering, I'll just order one when I order the vehicle combined, you can't. There is no way. When you do the cart and you check out, the wheel option for a spare tire is not there. The R1T has a great solution for this. Just open up the truck bed here. Then you flip this up. You then gain access to the Rivian. This is on struts, but it does allow you to push it all the way open like that. You can see that opens up. And now here's the spare tire that I just purchased with all of the components, which I'll go over right now. Before I had the spare tire, your Rivian R1T comes with this separator that sits right in there, right? In this system here, it screws down where this guy is right there. You need to let them know that you want to keep this because I noticed when they replaced the tire, they had the tire, everything looked great. And I said, well, what about the plastic divider inserts? And there was a bit of a discussion, if you will, on whether or not they were there. I'm like, no, they were definitely there. So, I'm not saying I need these anymore necessarily, but I don't want to get rid of it. I want to hang on to it. Maybe eventually I get, the tire, or I want to sell it with the vehicle or whatever I decide to do, but that's up to me. I already paid for this thing. So. When you buy the spare tire kit online, it comes with an exact wheel. They match the wheel itself with the exact tire that you have on your vehicle. I have the all-season tires by Goodyear, the Territory ATs, the 20-inch, and it does come with the jack kit as well. When you put the wheel in or when you're looking to pull the wheel out, the best way to do it is once you remove this, you'll see there's like a hex cutout here at each point. So what you'll want to do is you're going to want to remove this guy right here. Then because this is like a bolt, you actually can't pull it all the way through. Instead, you just kind of lift it up like that. This probably weighs about 15 pounds as it is, because remember, this is a very industrial heavy metal jack as it lifts up your very heavy vehicle. In addition to that, it really is made up of about 3 parts. The jack itself, then you have this, which is the lug nut wrench. It's also used to connect here, where you spin it and go ahead and crank the jack up. So you've got this guy. It's not very long, and I'll show you what my solution was. Before you jack up your vehicle, you'll definitely want to loosen these bolts first. You don't want to be removing these when your vehicle's up in the air. So I'm going to attempt it. This is, again, you don't have the most leverage with this thing, but I'm going to see. There's a little bit of play too. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, it does loosen, but you don't know what you're really torquing it to. So what I did, let me show you my solution, what I ended up doing. This is just give you a close-up view here. That's metal. This part's metal. It is like painted, but it isn't exactly what they call mar proof, where it would mar up the, we'll get a close-up view here, where potentially you could scratch the inner part of the wheel. This kit that I bought by DeWalt comes with a breaker bar, because you don't want to loosen these with a torque wrench. It's meant to tighten, not to loosen. So this kit I'm going to show you, I'll attach it in a link. It came with a breaker bar, which is super nice, so you don't have to worry about that. And it came with this torque wrench, which also works really well. These are long, you have a lot of leverage, much easier to get in there and tighten things. This is not related to DeWalt, but this right here is 22 millimeter. And this sleeve is a non-marring sleeve, so it's a plastic sleeve that goes over like that. And this protects your wheel so it doesn't get all scratched up. I'm gonna put that guy in there. So much easier if you're on the side of the road and you're fatigued already. Like right now I've gotten it tighten mode. You don't have to worry about scratching it, that's the nice part. So breaker bar, I'm gonna loosen it, just gonna lift it up, right? I got all this leverage. There, see? Easy to loosen. So that one's loosened. When you tighten, you want to do like a star pattern, but these two I kind of loosened up. Now let's go ahead, I'm going to transfer this to the torque wrench. A good sized torque wrench. Almost the entire length of the tire. And I keep these in the frunk. You can, wherever you can store them, you can put them in there. Okay, so now, again, I don't have to worry about banging against metal, right? And I've got it already dialed in to 140 foot-pounds. Okay, we're in there now. So now I'm just gonna wait until I hear the click sound. So let's push in a little bit, give you a different angle. Okay, we're gonna see till we hear the click. There, okay, take it out and tighten the other one. There. Let's take a look at this jack in more detail, because they did improve this from the prior iterations. First of all, it comes with a base which is different. I think the first generation of this, and I don't know when the generation started and stopped, this is a metal kind of wide base, and the original one, from what I've seen online, was like a plastic base, not as stable at all. The other nice improvement is this piece here. So normally you see people, they sell these things online that works better for the jacks, this part right here. But you can see it specifically now, this is attached, it's all metal. So, except for that piece might be plastic, but that's metal. This will easily go into the location where you jack it up. There are 4 points, 2 in the back on either side, and then in the front. That jack point is here in the back. I'm just gonna reach in right around here. Yeah, and there's a circle. We're gonna pivot this around so you can see right there. And when you open it, you don't need a screwdriver to pry. You just push in the back like that. See how that comes out? And down. You're set. And then there, right there, you have that point that the jack goes right into. This is that point right there. So if I get this over, we're gonna lower it. What my solution was, this is a 22 millimeter. Now, I won't use this obviously to jack it all the way up, but when you are trying to lower it, it's just super slow otherwise. So raise and lower, this guy comes in handy. Now I'm gonna raise it up, now I'm gonna watch where it's going. Watch your fingers, wear some gloves. Get it from this angle. You can see how it's mounted in there. So that goes much faster to this point. The reason I got the spare tire is because in the video when I went with the Cybertrucks and the Rivians and the Hummers, the Hummer ended up getting damage from a rock on the sidewall, and you can't patch that up. That's not a kit they make that I'm aware of that would repair and patch that sidewall. So he actually had a full-size Hummer wheel with exactly the same scenario. So I think it's just what they do when you get to this level of a vehicle. They tend to go with the same replacement. So in some ways it's nice you're not limited to speed, and it just immediately looks like there's no issue whatsoever. Then you get your other tire replaced, aired up, balanced, and ready to go for the next time. We're gonna be going camping. There'll be a video on that as well. Kind of part 2 of that tent video that I had going on. We have a lot of stuff here that we're testing out. There'll be more videos, more content. Just like, subscribe. Appreciate you so much. Thank you guys, and take care and have fun.